Welcome to Warp Zone 9, Warpcast episode 16. I'm Denton. Today I got
Anthony
and
Dane.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
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 You guys playing games?
Splatoon. We've been playing quite a bit of Splatoon again the last couple days. Taking turns. It's kind of fun when you have three people just taking turns playing the single player, because then you get to pick on them when they get really shitty teammates. You just blame everything on the player that's playing.
So there's definitely some Splatoon news. There's been, I feel like there's new content just keeps coming.
I was going to say, they release at least like a gun or a map or something, it seems like every week, if not more than one thing every week.
Exactly. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But the first news is you guys see someone found a prototype PlayStation Super Nintendo like hybrid. So yeah, that's people are calling it the Super Nintendo PlayStation SuperDisc, or what do you want to call it? The Super Nintendo PlayStation.
The add-on.
Yeah. So there was an add-on version, but this one is on all one unit.
This is the single.
Oh, okay.
So cartridge on the top,
built
and
like that.
disc drive.
Oh, wow.
On the part. So
that would be my childhood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And on the Super Nintendo controller, it doesn't say Nintendo anywhere on it. Instead, it says Sony PlayStation on the Super Nintendo controller.
I did see that.
And it's in the style
I suppose that was some kind of like deal they probably worked out, like when they were designing the prototype, like
licensing.
because it's like the Nintendo style controller.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, as far as I'm aware, this particular one that was found, the entire unit was manufactured by Sony. I think they made it and everything.
Oh,
so it was found with a cartridge, unlabeled cartridge, and a disc. They have not presented the findings of what's on the cartridge or the disc yet. It didn't come with the power cable, so they said they might try to find like a universal cable, but they were worried about not frying it.
Where did they find it?
my whole thing with that is, like, if you're worried about not frying it, but you're not going to make a power cable for it, what's the worry then in the grand scheme of things? I mean, I guess I kind of understand, but at the same time, I'd want to see what's on it more.
It's not, depending on how far along it was in development. I mean, and if the labeling is still on it, it should say 12.5 to 16 volts at 0.5 amps, I think is what most of those things were running at the time. So, oh hey, look right there. There's your DC in 7 volt.
Yeah. So
yeah.
It's
So,
got this.
isn't that the? I don't know what the standard. That looks like the standard Nintendo plug.
Yeah, it's possible
for the power. For
the
Super Nintendo. Yeah,
the NES and SNES.
Yeah, it's got S video.
Has the multi-out.
It has the regular, multi-out.
Yeah.
So
looks like it just had the same hookup system as like a SNES.
And it was found in America. Some person who worked. It's been a while since I've read the details, but I want to say it was like someone who just was kind of a random worker at the branch of Sony or something that was manufacturing this. They had this prototype in the office, just sitting around for years, just kind of forgotten about, and they were cleaning out the offices, and everything's thrown out, just thrown in the dumpster, and I guess somebody found it and snagged it and took it back.
Well, that's a very iconic piece of gaming history.
Yeah, and this is the first one that's ever been found. So
they couldn't have produced many because it was kind of canned early in development.
Oh yeah, and if they're just doing, because I would imagine like if it's prototype, they're just trying to see if they could get it to
and
work right.
That's probably proof of concept at best. Just to make sure that it could actually perform.
Yeah, I'm curious how much it'd be worth to the right person on the secondary market.
Since there's only one,
kind of a one of a kind thing to collect. I mean, when you get people that'll pay $20,000 or more for the 95, 94, no 91.
The 1990 National World Championship carts?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, the gold carts.
The gold carts, and more particularly the gray carts, to my understanding, sell for more because they're in worse shape.
Yeah, I think there's fewer of the gold ones because those were given out in a raffle or whatever.
Right.
Whereas,
But if those can go for over $20,000, well, yeah. That's the mint.
So there are some new details on Sakurai has a weekly column in Famitsu, and there's been some translations coming out regarding some content that was cut out of Smash Bros. The most recent ones. For Olimar, he was thinking about putting Rock Pikmin as one of the Pikmin, but that didn't make it in.
Doesn't matter to me. I don't play Olimar ever.
What do you think of the Smash run on the 3DS?
I haven't played it very much. It's okay, but I haven't played it very much.
It's okay. They originally, so you can play with a friend, but you're like kind of separated. You can't see what the other is doing. It's kind of competing in scores, basically. So originally they wanted to do a co-op thing where you were basically playing together, but the processor inside the 3DS just couldn't handle it, so they scrapped the idea. He considered including 4 versions of each special.
That could have been kind of fun.
Yeah, one example he gives is like Mario launching a double fireball or like a triple fireball.
Split, so you can dodge it in the middle or on top or bottom, so they're smaller. That would be kind of cool because it would make it so like you wouldn't always know, because some of the specials are really easy to dodge when you know like what it
Zelda.
is.
Light arrow.
He also considered adding special rules for the 4-on-4 team battles in the multiplayer mode. Oh, this is for Kid Icarus Uprising, Light vs. Dark multiplayer in that, which is pretty good, by the way, if you haven't checked it out. He also considered the Mii Fighter specials were originally going to be included as in-game rewards, but I think he just included them as default settings out of the gate. So are you guys familiar with the game Project Hammer for the Wii?
I've heard of it, but I haven't.
So it was a game that
was
being developed by NST, which is a Nintendo-owned software studio, like located in Redmond, Washington, North American branch. It was shown off the same year that the Wii was debuted. It was kind of a beat 'em up kind of game where you play this giant guy with a giant hammer. You just kind of swung around the Wii remote, smashing things. So a lot of information came out about that in the studio, and basically that was the last title, the ambitious title that the studio was going to work on. The last one before that was Metroid Prime Hunters on the 3DS that they worked on. They also did titles like Wave Race Blue Storm on GameCube, as well as 1080 Degree Avalanche. There's
both good games.
Yeah, both fantastic games. They had a great track record for great quality software, but this title was in development for like a long time, like 8-9 years, and it never came out. It was canceled. So there is a big thing around that. You can check that out on the website, but I find it really interesting. Basically, now the studio has been regulated to just releasing Mario vs. Donkey Kong download titles on 3DS and Wii U. So the studio's fallen from grace, but hopefully one day they can make a comeback. So we got a confirmation that Dragon Quest 7 and 8 are coming to North America for the 3DS. 7 is already out in Japan, with 8 coming out soon in Japan.
So awesome. I like those games.
This didn't come from an official confirmation from Square Enix, but instead the creator of the series, Yuji Horii, he kind of let it slip during a panel at a convention at Japan Expo.
I should go back and replay some of the early ones.
Those are fun
Well,
games.
the original Dragon Warrior was kind of not the greatest, but like 2 and 3 were wonderful, and I haven't played anything past those.
Yeah, they're definitely quality titles. I've been trying to collect as many as the remixes as I can on like 3DS.
Oh yeah,
because some of them didn't come out in North America, like the Super Nintendo ones never made it over here.
Yeah.
So we got the results for the North American and European Splatfest.
Yep.
So the North American Splatfest, the first one was they pitted dogs versus cats. The ultimate winner came out as dogs in North America.
Thanks to the popularity.
Yeah, thanks to popularity. And then Europe had rock music versus pop music, and rock music came out on top in that.
I'm okay with that, considering I would classify pop as some of the current pop if they were more specific about their.
Right. Yeah. But yeah,
and we'll have more on the Splatfest later on. So Splatoon, doing fantastic in Japan. It has become the #1 best-selling Wii U eShop game, like digital download game on the Nintendo service. The record hold before that was Dragon Quest X, which is in like an MMORPG, which hasn't come out here. But
they made an MMO of Dragon Quest
in Japan.
I know, it sounds kind of fun.
It's out. You can play it on Wii. You can play it on Wii U. You can play it on 3DS. I think you can play it on.
Is it all connected?
Yeah, they're all connected like together.
So that would have been awesome. That's my reaction too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's learn Japanese and move. Let's do this.
Well, we don't got to worry so much about that. I mean, high-speed internet. We don't have to move, but
then you get all the good games right when they come out.
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of people that will buy the console, like they'll buy a Wii U for Japan, North America, Europe, just so they can play all the games.
Get rid of the regional garbage. I hate licensing like that.
Yeah. So there was an interview with some of the developers on Splatoon, and they were discussing raising the level cap. The being able to customize your Inkling and potentially having more customization down the road.
I don't know how I feel necessarily about raising the level cap.
No?
What is that?
It's at 20 right now. You know, a lot of people have been sitting at 20 for. You know.
Well, I know, but it's one of those. I mean,
what do you get?
What are you getting for raising the level cap?
That is true.
As long as you're playing, it doesn't really matter what level you are.
They probably require.
Wait. More maps per rotation.
Well, but they don't want to do that because they want you to make sure you're using certain guns. Like when we were playing, it was the I'm not going to remember the name, but the one with the big, huge walkways going all the way up both sides.
The
one of the new
towers.
Ones. Yeah, and that one is really good for rollers and sniper because you can just sit above and just snipe people as they're running around. Where there's a lot of the maps, the sniper is just not that. It's not too hard to get a good hiding spot that people can't just kill you right away.
Yeah.
More information from Sakurai. Some old content was just recently translated. He originally wanted the Subspace Emissary and Super Smash Bros. Brawl to be handled by a completely separate studio, and then he would just kind of overlook the production of it. But the studio he was working with wound up just doing everything on their own because they couldn't find a developer that they deemed promising enough to handle it. So,
I played through Subspace Emissary once, but
what'd you think?
Oh, I loved it, but I never had a Wii or Brawl, so I would go over to a friend's house, and it would always be, okay, well, we want to play Brawl, and can't do Subspace Emissary with more than one person.
You can do up to 2.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose there are either way, they didn't like it as much. I like the premise behind it.
Yeah, it definitely had a lot of potential. It was definitely rough around the edges, like in terms of like just quality, like the feel of it and the quality that it felt like it had. But I think it had a lot of potential to kind of grow and become more. So we have some awards to give to Nintendo games out of E3. This is coming from the association that runs E3. They gave Super Mario Maker the best family/social game of the show, and The Legend of Zelda: Triforce Heroes won best handheld title. Super Mario Maker was also nominated for Best Console Game, and Super Mario and Luigi Paper Jam received a nomination for Best RPG. That wound up ultimately going to Fallout 4.
Not that surprising there. Picked the wrong year to put that one out.
Yeah.
Well, consider what the genres that they fall into, like family-friendly RPG versus post-apocalyptic.
AAA title, $1,000,000.
That you can do, that's what I mean.
At the very least, it got nominated.
Well,
I mean, that is saying something.
So, some of the content that mentioned earlier, the 96 point or the .96 gal deco and the Splatoon-matic are now available for use in Splatoon.
I've not tried either one yet.
Yeah, me neither. But
we like our roller.
There was a new roller a few updates.
Yeah, we got to get better damage up because it's the carbon roller, so it does like no damage. So
I heard
you'll be rolling into somebody, you'll go like boop, boop, and then run them over. Like you have to like run into them, and then you get to run.
Oh, you got to do like a double tap.
Well, you literally as you're rolling, you just hit them and bounce off, and then you got to hit them again.
Okay. Yeah, I heard
unless you have enough damage up. You also travel faster, and it doesn't use like any ink at all, and it's bigger. So you can just kind of shoot. It's meant more to cover, but it was really funny when we first were trying it. And you go to run over people like you normally do, and you just hit them and bounce off.
So, going into Nintendo's mobile initiative, we've learned that we already knew that Nintendo's working on 5 games for the mobile space. But what we didn't know is that each of these 5 games is going to be based on a different property, and each going to be in a different genre. So there's going to be something for everybody.
That's good, because I want a good RPG one.
The first title is supposed to be due out by this fall, with the rest of the 5 due out by the end of March 2017.
Already this fall.
Yeah.
Wow. That's quick. Good, though.
So, for Super Mario Maker, it's been revealed that players will be able to upload a maximum of 100 levels, but to upload that many, you have to earn it. So, I believe when you first start the game out, you can upload up to 10 levels by default, and then you can upload these levels, and if people vote on them positively, you earn medals, which will then grant you the ability to upload more levels.
So you don't end up just posting like 100 just crap levels.
Right. And I like that because then it'll have the good people who can design levels get recognized for it, And then those levels get played more and more.
And I would imagine you can delete your levels and put different ones up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say, because that would suck. Because like your first couple levels are not gonna be that great. Like unless you just don't design them and just spend tons of time just planning it ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. So it goes up by 10. So you start out with 10, and then
you get so many medals.
You get 20 and then 30. So that'll be good. Right now, Nintendo is hosting on July 23rd. From now to the July 23rd, there's an Epic Indie Sale on the Wii U eShop. Several titles included. How it works is you have to own at least one of these titles already, and then you can purchase the rest of these titles at 60% off. Titles include Edge, Giana Sisters, Guacamelee, Super Turbo Championship Edition, Mighty Switch Force 2, Mighty Switch Force Hyperdrive Edition, Rush, and several more. You can check that out on the website. So, there's a rumor that the Palutena Amiibo might be a retailer exclusive, but now we find out that she will not be a retailer exclusive, which is good news because Dark Pit, so Palutena and Dark Pit are both coming out on July 31st. Dark Pit is going to be exclusive to Best Buy stores. So I was worried that you'd have to go to Best Buy to get
like Toys
Dark
R
Pit,
Us.
and then some other store to get Palutena. And if both these stores open at the same time,
especially like for us, that's quite a distance between the two. Like it'd be one thing if it was like GameStop and Best Buy, because those are at least somewhat close. Like
exactly. So that's good
when
news.
you recruit people.
I was getting ready to, but I should just be able to go to Best Buy and it should be good now. So the most recent North American eShop downloads, we got Mario Tennis on the Wii U Virtual Console for the 64 edition. You guys play Mario Tennis on 64?
I did not get a chance. No,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
I always enjoyed most of the Mario sports games though.
Yeah, it's a great. One interesting tidbit apparently is that when they released Mario Tennis 64 on the Wii Virtual Console, they took a mode out. It's like that's a mode where you try to hit the ball through rings. I didn't know about it. I didn't realize it was taken out.
I didn't play the Wii version.
But it's been put back into the Wii U edition. So, and if you did purchase the Wii Virtual Console edition, you can upgrade for just $2. Otherwise, it's $9.99. So, several other titles are available this week. You can check that out on the website as well. Someone at DNA spoke about their partnership with Nintendo, and they said that the partnership has the potential to completely change the market, and that Nintendo has the best IP.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if there's some things you don't like about Nintendo, they have enough really good IPs that everybody loves something.
They have the genre in everything.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, I'm still curious. Like, until we get that first title, it's hard to judge whether or not.
Well, whether they're gonna actually be worth it, or if they're gonna just be shitty, quick. Let's try to get into this market.
Yeah, I'm hopeful because Nintendo is the one that's developing it.
Well, yeah, and I would imagine as long as they oversee it, they're not gonna let something just super bad through. I mean, it might not be the greatest thing ever, but it's definitely not gonna be the worst.
Mm-hmm. So, the second Splatoon Splatfest has been announced for North America. This time it's going to be roller coasters versus water slides.
Roller coasters.
I'm torn. I like both.
I would
have to say roller coaster just because you can get loops, inverts, hard banks.
You're not going to the right water slides.
Yeah. No, I watched a kid get stuck in Wisconsin Dells. They had a almost full loop, the scorpion tail. Yep. And this girl was 2 pounds under the limit. And she went up and back down. That was kind of bad.
Wow. So I'm going to be the odd man out. I'm going to vote for water slides personally.
Not a roller coaster, man?
I have to be in the mood for it. Sometimes it's I'm not really feeling it right now.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about water slides.
Whereas water slides, I'm like...
You want to get wet?
Yeah.
Oh, I prefer, theme parks that have both wet and dry sides. So hit one in the morning, go dry off on a roller coaster, and go back in the afternoon.
When's the last time you guys have actually been to a dedicated water park? Or
last summer.
It doesn't have to be featuring a large portion of water park.
Mount Olympus.
How long ago?
Last summer.
Okay. Mount Olympus was 3 years ago. We went to Noah's Ark 2 years ago.
Let's see, and Mount Olympus has your water slides and your roller coasters and go-karts.
I know.
So it's the best of everything.
I will admit...
and bumper boats.
I'm kind of a baby when it comes to outdoor water parks because I get really cold really easily, even if it's 80 degrees out or 90 degrees out. But I like indoor water parks the best. But, I'll take what I can get.
But that's like all
we'll have to go then one of these. So was the outdoor one.
At least it's outdoors.
Yeah.
Just say it like it matters.
I will say my most favorite attraction side of an indoor water park is one where you kind of go down a slide and then you go into like a toilet bowl.
Yep.
Go around
and then just plunk.
Yep. I love that.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's Splatfest will take place on July 17th, going through to the 18th.
So that's coming up.
Yep, real soon. So there's been lots of speculation on the current state of Devil's Third in North America. This is a Wii U title that was seeing trouble in development that Nintendo saved, bringing it to the Wii U by developer Tomonobu Itagaki, who's best work known for the Dead or Alive series back in the day. So there's speculation that Nintendo dropped, because they were originally going to publish it in North America. They are publishing it in Europe and Japan, but they just completely removed the eShop listing from the eShop. It's gone. Nintendo wasn't talking about it, so there's rumors that Nintendo just lost faith. Nintendo of America lost faith in it, and they were going to publish it. Because word is coming in that the game's kind of rough around the edges. It's probably one that's not going to get reviewed very well when it comes out. So there's rumors that Nintendo dropped support and that the developer Valhalla was in talks with other people to get the game published. Mainly rumors were on Xseed, who's known for bringing over a lot of Japanese games. But a few days ago, Nintendo came out and made a statement saying that they're aware of the fans' passion for this title and they're excited to bring it to the Wii U in North America. That's all we know so far. So it sounds like Nintendo is at least helping getting the game out, if not publishing it. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think of Minecraft?
I've been in it since the alpha. I really enjoy it for usually about 2 months at a time. Then I'll go like 6-7 months, don't touch it. And then, of course, I'll go back and be like, why did I ever stop playing?
Let's play alpha and then a little bit of the beta, and then, I don't know, I just haven't picked it back up.
The mod community is insane.
Yeah. I have too many other games to play, that's the only problem, so I just never picked it back up.
See, and that's my thing, is I look at games with longevity, and Minecraft is definitely one of those games where, I paid less than $20.
I was gonna say, I bought it on $15.
6 years ago?
Yeah.
6, 7, wow, that was a long time ago.
So I've never played it, and I will blame that on the fact that it's never come to a Nintendo platform. But as you know, Mojang is not owned by Microsoft, but that's not stopping them from stopping support for the pre-existing versions that are already out on PlayStation consoles and PC. But Mojang, as far as they're concerned, they would love to bring it to a Nintendo platform because they want the game to be available to as many players as possible.
I think that would be interesting.
I think it could be cool with the Wii U, because you could even have something cool like all your inventory stuff's on the touchscreen below.
Yeah. Well, and even you could just have your normal stuff, like your adventuring and combat stuff.
Yeah.
Just at the quick on all the base controls.
Well, yeah.
And then when you go into crafting, you have everything down there, and you just start placing it.
So you don't have to go scroll through all your items and click this.
You guys make excellent points. It's great, but the one thing that you're missing is the potential for collaboration here with the addition of Nintendo content like Mario blocks or power-ups or things like that to the world of Minecraft exclusively on Wii U.
That would be fun.
So 3D Mario levels.
You say like it already hasn't been done?
Well, like Mario Maker though. 3D Mario Maker.
Mario Craft?
Yeah, so the COO of Mojang commented that if I had my way, Minecraft would be on everything.
Well, duh, they're making bank already,
Yeah. And when asked specifically if a Nintendo version of Minecraft was even possible, he responded, I've never heard a reason why we haven't ended up on Wii U or 3DS, it just hasn't happened yet. So, it's weird, I feel like...
If they haven't heard anything, well then you're not asking the right people, apparently.
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely possible back before Microsoft purchased Mojang, but now that they are owned by Microsoft, to start development on a Nintendo version from scratch, I don't know if it's very likely.
Yeah.
Microsoft would go for that or not. You never know. They have published games.
I was going to say, it depends on how much of a cut Microsoft gets. They might not care in the long run.
Microsoft Game Studio games have come out on DS systems in the past. MechWarrior, I believe, is one of them. A lot of rare games came out on DS back in the day that on the back says Microsoft Game Studios or whatever. So,
they're not against making money.
Oh, absolutely not.
So it looks like there's a new color of the new Nintendo 3DS XL heading to North America. Not officially announced by Nintendo, but Play Asia has a listing for it for North America.
I already have my 3DS. I'm not getting another one.
No. What about you? Does this color entice you at all? This beautiful blue color.
I'm more of a red. Reds and blacks. So not so much.
Yeah. So
but custom faceplates. That's where it's at.
So you're waiting for the standard size.
Right.
Well, he likes the standard size anyway. Yeah. He likes that for his pocket.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd probably pick one up just to have it when it comes out. But I think it does come out in North America.
We know.
You have everything. I have not picked up the 2DS yet. That's something I don't own yet is the 2DS. So there you go.
Want to get that one though?
Yes and no.
I have a friend.
I've not used it.
Just wait till they drop to like $25.
I have a friend who got it because the 3DS was not practical for him. Because one of his retinas was born detached, so he has no stereoscopic vision.
See, if they would have made it so it folded, it would have been fine for me.
Right.
But the fact that's my thing. I'd be more worried about damaging the screens.
But yeah.
So, more Splatoon content, Moray Towers is now out. We mentioned that earlier. It's a very vertical map. Each side has ramps going down to like a center location. Some people have likened it to Donkey Kong, version of Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I can see that, yeah.
Except for you can skip levels if you don't want to deal with chasing people. Going down, not up, though.
Yeah. So we talked about the second Splatoon Splatfest in North America. Europe has also gotten theirs. Theirs is between eating and sleeping.
Sleeping. I like eating, but there's nothing better than sleeping.
I don't know. It depends on what kind of food you're talking about. As I'm on a diet, I'm going to have to go with sleep.
That's tough, man. I don't know. If we get this one here in North America, it'll be a tough choice. Because I do love me some specific foods.
But pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sleep, I have a love-hate relationship with. I love sleeping, but at the same time, like, I want to be doing
it's not
other
productive.
things.
Yeah. No,
I can't be playing my games. I can't be working on stuff. You can't sleep and sit there and hit refresh waiting for Toys R Us webpage to refresh for orders.
Exactly. I missed out on Wii Fit Trainer because of that, 2 weeks ago or so.
See? I mean, you lay on content.
You need to start like hiring a person
time.
to like take a shift for you.
Yeah.
Like just come sit in your living room and just refresh while you sleep for 8 hours and then they leave.
I probably could have gotten it if I prepared more, but I was being really lax on it.
Write a code, set a macro.
There are websites that, like nowinstock.net, I think it is, where you can keep it up on your webpage, and then if one comes in stock, it like makes an alarm sound. I just didn't have it up or anything, so it's my fault. So right now in North America, there's this application you can get called Photos with Mario. At retailers like Walmart, Best Buy, Target, you can buy $10 eShop cards that come with this little AR card that you can just kind of tear off and use this free application. You can look at it and kind of pose Mario and different things, take photos with them. So there's cards you can get for like Mario, Peach, Goomba, I believe, in North America. So in Japan, they have a similar application called Photos with Animal Crossing. It's been out in Japan since 2013. Has not been released anywhere in the West yet. But this at a Hyper Japan Expo in the UK, Nintendo was giving QR codes or like exclusive download codes to download this application, so you can only download with this code. And then they were giving off AR cards to use with it. So sounds like it might be coming to North America or to the West in general. They're just kind of like leaking it out a little bit early for fans that were at this convention. So that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much everything over the last week or so. So nothing too major outside of the loss of Satoru Iwata. There's lots of articles. You can read comments from several Nintendo executives like Miyamoto, the head of Nintendo UK, Satoru Shibata. So you can definitely check that out. I'd recommend it. There's this awesome track that Nintendo composer Hirokazu Tanaka released. It's a remix of the Balloon Fight theme. It's pretty rocking, so I definitely check that out. But yeah, you guys got anything else you want to? Anything Nintendo related?
Yeah, about covers it.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Warpcast episode 16. I'm Denton.
Anthony.
And
Dane.
catch you guys later.
Bye.